Hello everyone. Today I decided to review my Magnavox VR9330 AT01 VCR because the quality was pretty bad. The quality on the video was not really good, so I decided to re-record it at a better time. And it was made in November 1994. So this VCR was made in 1994. So yeah. And this VCR, but the Magnavox company's parents organization is Philips. So Philips did not make this VCR. Maybe it was assembled. It was assembled by Philips, but this VCR was made by Gold Star, which made the Zenith VCRs. Just Zenith. I mean, like the mid-90s Zeniths. Like this Zenith right here. That I'm planning on donating. And the Zenith right in my cabinet. See if I can zoom in a little bit. You can't see it, but it's right below the VHS store hung up on my cabinet. It was from my Sony VCR DVD combo. So okay, back to the VCR. Again, this VCR was manufactured by Gold Star, maybe assembled by Philips, or Philips Magnavox, whatever you want to call it. I can tell this loading mode is made by Philips or Magnavox because it makes a different noise than the Zenith VCR right there. And I think the motor is slightly cheap, but this VCR is pretty good. Or otherwise, it's pretty nicely made, to be honest with you. There's a bunch of metal parts, metal pinch roller. Of course, all VCRs have plastic gears, at least. All VCRs, even the 80s, even the Betamax had them. So let's take a look at the idler. The idler is controlled by 3 gears. This one's for the left idler, I think. Yeah, I think this one's for the left idler. Unless there's a gear here. And I think these 2 gears are for the left. And this one is only for the right and left, because this swings on that gear and it controls the left one, and this can just turns that spindle. Here's the head. It is a 4-head monophonic VCR. 2 heads there, and 2 heads there. 2-head video drum and 2-head audio. You know? Not hi-fi. I wish it was hi-fi. That would have been awesome. Here's the loading motor. That drives a worm gear, drives another gear, that controls that other gear for the pinch roller, and all the other functions as well. And somewhere that gear, I guess, controls the main cam gear, which is down below. It's right over here, actually. Right there. Right there. The tape guides, the tape end and start sensor. Power supply is actually on the left instead of the right, which is actually pretty odd. And here's another power supply for the video head. Right there. So, this VCR only has one issue. The sensor is somewhat broken, because when I rewind a tape, yeah, I'll show you an example, and then I'll show you the mechanism in action. Watch my Zenith VCR review. No, I did not review my Zenith because this top has a circuit board on top, and you can't take that off, or otherwise it won't work. You could break it. The loading motor sounds a lot different. Compare that to my Zenith VR9330 I reviewed about a bunch of months ago. It makes a different sound. It makes the same sound as that Zenith. I mean, you can hear it while You can hear it running when I review the bottom side. You could go check it out. I can at least review the bottom side. I can't review this bottom side. So, watch what happens when I press rewind. See? It won't stop. It won't stop. I'm not pressing anything. I have to press stop on my own. Same thing with fast forward. Well, since I at least put a cassette in, let's see the mechanism in action. Tape's turning. I can hold fast forward. I'll just press it. I can hold it too for a double speed. When I let go, it goes back into play mode. Same thing with rewind. Holding it down. Like that. Goes back into play mode. Eject. Now, let's see the loading motor in action. Focus camera. Gear there. The only thing I had to do is just to clean the heads, and I don't know how to fix a sensor on VCR. So if you have to if it's I can't clean the mode switch. I don't know how to take apart this chassis. I'm not risking it anyway. There's actually another. I think it's a giant worm gear that controls the pinch roller going down. Let me show you what I mean. Watch when the pinch roller goes down. There it is. A giant worm gear. Awesome, isn't it? I've been told by Mr. Magnetoscope that he always wants a VCR with this mechanism in action. Well, his wish kind of did come true because I got one and I'm showing him this. Ain't this awesome, man? And I could just operate, since the sensor's broken, I can operate a VCR with no cassette. With all the functions, without even unloading. That's one good thing about that problem. See? You can't really see the idler in action, but you can see this gear and that gear. See? It turns that spindle. When I press the wind, it turns both that gear and that gear to control that. And how about if I hold it? Faster. I'm guessing the front panel was made by Philips and the loading motor too. And maybe some capacitors maybe, and that's it. And the rest of it's all Gold Star, which is pretty good. This was one of the good Magnavox VCRs. So back in the 90s. I'm not talking about those Panasonics, I'm talking about these 90s ones. Eject. It makes the capstan motor turns the spindle to eject the cassette so it doesn't eat it. And it makes a different sound when there's no tape in there. So now there we go. Now let's watch this fast forward. Stop. Fast forward. I can't hold it well. I can't make a double fast forward. But fast forward's pretty good. The idler's okay. The idler's perfect. It is just as fast as my two Sonys I currently own. I have one Sony here. It's right there, right above my right above the Panasonic VCR door. And I have another Sony, which is right behind me. You can only see the AV inputs. Maybe see the logo, just barely. I haven't reviewed any of those yet, but it has the same. They both have the SLV and AT01 mechanism. See, it's fast forwarding perfectly at pretty good speed. I sadly cannot do it well. I sadly cannot do it well with no cassette, but I at least can do all features. Well, it has a solenoid, I think. Now it's winding faster because the tape is near the beginning. Now let's go to a different angle of. Let's go back to the loading motor and see what it does when I press stop. I think it controls the solenoid too. Oh, let's watch this pinch roller mechanism. Alright. So that is it. Now I'm going to plug this into my TV and show you the video quality. I'll be right back. Okay, so I fast forward the tape a little bit so I can find a good place to show you the video quality. And I hooked it up to this TV. So, I don't have the original remote, but I could use my universal remote, but the main functions are there. So I can just put the cassette in. Before I do, see, it has a similar Funai-like display. This is what I mean by it's assembled by Philips Magnavox. So yeah, so like I think the loading motor is, the front display, the front panel is a little bit, the video, the display is, and that's it. The rest of it's all Gold Star, which is pretty good. Made in Korea. Cause this is pure Gold Star. Cause Gold Star was a Korean electronics company. They switched their name to LG right after Zenith. And they make TVs. Makes one of the best TVs in the world. TVs, Blu-ray players, DVD players, and I think just TV and audio. And cell phones. Don't forget about the cell phones. So, now, I'm going to press play.
You do it. You fuck out this. You stupid mother.
Angry Grandpa.
You dumb son of a shit now.
Fast forward a little bit. Forehead. There we go.
God. Oh. Where's that goddamn? Where's that motherfucker?
Video quality is pretty good. Play times 2. Ooh, I wonder what that does. Aww. I knew it was going to be like that. What I thought it was going to be is, very rare VCRs have the function where you could just, press play times 2 and there will be audio, but this one will not. Mr. Magnetoscope has one VCR that could do it. And that's all I decided to say, so let's press play again.
Yeah, that shit in my shoes, man. You dumb. Come on back.
The audio is really good for a monophonic VCR, and the video quality is pretty good. This sounds more like a stereo than a mono. I guess this VCR was really good for the time. I don't know how much this was back in 1994. I'm guessing around the mid $400 range, like $450. Now let's eject. So that's it. And there's some only LED lights with no digital display. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and peace out.